I'm starting a new series, What's in the Fridge, where I make things that I find in the fridge because we all have ingredients in the fridge and what to do with it. So here are some things I have in the fridge, and I'm gonna create something that I think it's gonna work out. First off, I'm gonna need a pound of feta cheese. Now, with this, you really have to eyeball it because some feta cheese are more creamier, some are more dry. If you have crumbled feta, that's perfect. I had this Kirkland feta block cheese from Costco, and it's like medium, like it's not dry, but it's definitely not creamy like a Bulgarian feta. Oh my god, that is like out of this world. It's so creamy. You can spread it on a butter. Clearly, if you look at this feta, it is not spreadable. So, uh, medium creaminess on what I have. So that's something you have to keep in mind when we're making this filling. By the way, this is something that I make often for salads and dips. I've never tried it in pastry, so let's see if it works out. And it did. About a cup of sour cream to start, and then I'll see the consistency, how wet and creamy it's gonna be, and if I'm gonna need more or less. And I did need a little bit more because this feta is dry. It's not low fat. It's regular, but it's still like really, really dry. So I'm adding a little bit more. I don't want this to be too creamy, but I also don't want to have it dry because once I add the shredded cheese to it, it's gonna dry it up. But I also don't need a wet filling at the same time. Salt, add a big pinch of salt, mix it up and taste it. If your feta is really salty, no need to add the salt, but I felt like the feta I'm using is not salty enough. Which is strange because feta is very salty. Added black pepper, and I'm adding about 5-6 cloves of minced garlic that I pre-minced a while ago. I think I also put a video up of how I made that. This way I always have minced garlic and I don't have to waste time mincing it and then cleaning afterwards. So this creaminess I like. This is like a good consistency. It's almost has a consistency of cottage cheese, dill, feta and dill plus the sour cream goes so well together. I'm using like a little bunch. I chopped it up. Didn't think I need to show you how I chop it up. It's just easy. Chop, 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 and you're done. Dill is so delicious with this combination. It's insane. I could eat this with a spoon. On a toast, also really good. Of the shredded cheese, I'm adding about 1 cup. Yeah, about 1 cup. Like if you, there's a lot of air in between, so if you were to shove it into that cup, it will be 1 cup of shredded cheese. And you can see how the consistency is changing of the filling. It looks way less creamier. I feel like all I need is cucumber now, and then I'm all set. I can just eat this by itself. But no, we're creating something so delicious that the whole thing was gone in a few hours. Puff pastry. I'm gonna need 2 layers of puff pastry, and then just flip this over, one for the bottom and then one is gonna go on top. The filling gonna go straight in, and I switched to a spatula because not a single drop of this goodness can go to waste, so I need to get every single little bit out because it's so good. Yeah, I definitely did not lick the bowl out. I probably should have, but there was like basically nothing in the bowl left. The second layer of puff pastry goes on top. I feel like this one's a little bit smaller. Adjust it a little bit. What I love about puff pastry is you can make it either sweet or savory. There's just so many creations we can do with this. I love using a pizza cutter for cutting puff pastry because one, I think it glides very nicely. I can control it, and also it will not damage my cutting board or silicone mat, which is what I'm using. Of this, I'm gonna get 12 like smaller size pieces. I feel like it's small, but it's also gonna grow, so it's gonna look a little bigger. Usually I make Danish with this, and then I will get like 6 out of it. 1 egg, whisk it up, and I'm gonna egg brush this. Like that, egg brush. Yeah. And then on top of the egg brush, I'm gonna add sesame seeds. It's also gonna toast Well, I think this is like roasted sesame seed, but puff pastry and sesame seed, so delicious. I preheated my oven to 400, and first I'm setting the timer to 20 minutes and then checking on it. If I need a little more time, I'm gonna add a few more minutes. I ended up adding 4 more minutes, so 24 minutes exactly to look like this. Perfect. Everyone's oven is different. Some ovens are stronger, some ovens are not. I think mine is not. I don't know. I have like a thermostat inside, and it's not the same as the setting I put in. But anyways, it came out like this. It was so heavenly. It is embarrassing to admit that all of this was gone in a few hours, and I was planning to save a few pieces for breakfast the following day, because you put this into the toaster oven and it's perfect even next day. But it was gone. It was gone so fast. And it's about, I would say maybe it's like $4 to $6 to make the whole entire thing. So definitely on budget, delicious, and great to use up your extras in the fridge.